Hey guys, we're back in storage finally. It's actually got warm enough to where I can only wear a t-shirt and just relax, talk to you guys. So I want to talk about fake people because they annoy the shit out of me, and they think they're better than us normal people who don't put on a giant facade at everything we do. And it's honestly it's crazy because it's like, how do you even feel about yourself? Seriously, how do you not know? Look in the mirror and say, oh, "I'm so fake." I mean, I know there's people that do that and then end of life kind of thing, do that shit, but it still freaks me out that how do you not look in the mirror and you got these not only fake eyebrows, you got half of the fake eyebrows. So I'm trying to figure that one out. It's like you only got this outdone. So I don't understand. You don't have the bottoms done. It used to be you had the bottoms on the top, and now you just got like half. So instead of having 8, you got like 4 on each side, and then you got all the so much makeup caked on. I mean, seriously, how deep would I have to scratch to hit flesh? Seriously, because that is some sketchy shit right there, and it always makes me wonder because it's like, dude, you look like a clown. You really do. And underneath they're probably very attractive, but it's like you got then they get the like that they break out in acne, and then they got to cake even more on, right? So you have that, and that makes it even more funny because now you're like, well, dude, now you got all you could see it underneath the makeup. Well, your pores can't breathe, because you weren't made to wear so much makeup. That's why it's like even in cave dweller times, you guys went down the lake and you washed your face. Okay, get the dirt off, and you look nice, refreshed, and pretty. And y'all need to do that more. You need to go down to the lake more and get prettied up again with just all natural looks. Because now you got the fake eyebrows. Now we got these giant claw things. Some are like almost an inch and a half off your nails. I shit you not. So how do you even do your business downstairs with those giant claws? That makes no sense. There's no way you could purposely get yourself that clean with them giant talons. It doesn't make any sense. Even the little pointy ones, and they're only like maybe an inch long. So those aren't so bad. But it's like you guys are paying all this money for fake, and we haven't even got to the $10,000 to $20,000 operation for breasts, or the Brazilian booty lift. Okay, that's even worse in itself. If your butt is that small, just go into squats all day, every day, squats. Okay, it'll get the booty going, and it's like you guys don't understand that men like natural. Okay, we don't like this fake garbage. If you have natural beauty beyond anything, the makeup is an accent to help bring even more of it out. But if you don't have it to begin with, and the makeup makes you pretty, then there's a problem, and it's you. It's you guys thinking that you're all 10s and shit, and you're not. You're 4s, 5s, it's 6s maybe, pretending you're 7, 8s, and 9s. Okay, just like you watch a lot of these shows. There's a lot of podcast stuff they advertise and do shorts and stuff, and the guy's like, he's a real intelligent white dude. Basically, they're all white. There's like a few black guys, but anyway, he even said if I brought in a 10, you guys would all die, and she would be naturally beautiful without all the makeup crap, and that's a 10. You guys don't come anywhere near that because you have to put makeup on and all this shit to even come close. And he makes a good point because he goes, you look at the models on the runway, they've gotten uglier. They really have. And I have looked at them. And now the pushing the fat phobia, whatever you want to call it, or ton phobia, heavyweight phobia, whatever phobia is of the week. Well, she's fat. No, she's obese. Okay, there's a difference between being thick and being obese. There's like a 50 to 100 pound difference. Okay, if there's cellulite, that's obese. Okay, if it's all smooth and it's a thick girl, you're thick. Okay, you're a big girl. And I've dated those. They were big, and I'm like, man, you could kick my ass. They always say, don't piss me off. Oh, I don't plan on it, darling. I plan on making you happy. I did for that time, but that's what was all this crazy thing. But you start seeing the cottage cheese in that them spandex. No, that's obese. That's fat, and that's the crazy part. And it's like, you guys, some of you have it, some of you don't. But spandex, like they said, it's a privilege, not a right. Okay, because you can fit in a pair doesn't mean they're for you. Okay, if you look in the mirror and you see cottage cheese, they're not for you. Okay, they're just not. That is like then you get the yoga pants. Now, some girls, yes, mostly high school, college girls, they do work out. They wear those things, and you got the ladies that are like pre pre baby blues, they just had a kid or something, but they're like 30 and younger. And they do go to yoga class, okay, so it does make sense. But then you have these others that I don't think they've ever seen a yoga mat, let alone know what one would look like. Hey, how thick is a yoga mat? I bet you went up to one of them and they were wearing spandex and they didn't look right. And you said, hey, excuse me, how thick is a yoga mat? They couldn't tell you. They couldn't tell you it's a half inch to an inch, depending on what you're doing and the brand. But usually they're no more than an inch. They're an inch thick, just to keep your knees and stuff, And it's crazy because y'all think you're beautiful, and then you sit there and then you derogatory tell us that we're not handsome, but yet you're still beautiful. So how the hell does that make it? You can't be beautiful on the outside if you're disgustingly ugly on the inside. Just what it is. Now let's move on to this dating crap. Oh, we can make a whole separate dating thing. So let's do a separate dating thing. Let's just keep on this fake people thing. Okay, so everybody's fake. They had these girls, and you could find it somewhere on the Tubi World or TT, and it's these. I think it was 10 girls, all pitched in like $300 to rent this mansion for $3,000 for one day. And they all went in. They had bathing suits, clothes. They had all their outfits and different, all their gadgetries and cosmetics and all that shit. They had all that. And each one took like a room and made like a video of them in their room. Oh, this is my room. Here's my bathroom. And they put some makeup on the counter, And you could tell because when you looked off in the mirror and you could see like bouncing a mirror effect on the other things, you could tell because there's only those in front of them. There was nothing else in the bathroom. Maybe some towels, and they didn't touch that shit because they'd be charged for it. And they, I do this every day in my beautiful, beautiful bathroom, and it's like they never show the shower because there's no shampoos and shit in there because it's not their bathroom. Or they'll mess up the bed, and they'll make it afterward. I guarantee you that because they don't get charged. But they'll mess with the bed. Like, It's like when they get up in the morning, those videos. That cracks me up. Here I am getting up. Well, who turned the video on? Because I know for a fact, even with the remote, if you leave this on, it'll turn off by itself after a set amount of time so it doesn't burn the camera out on the phone or whatever camera you have. Unless you have a power thing from far away where you can hit it, see the TV, and it comes on and tells you where you're at, and then you could hit it and do your morning thing. You got out of bed, turned it on, made sure it was at the right angle, and then you went back, got in bed. Okay, that's all fake. At least have, hey, honey, go take me getting up. Here's me in the morning. I'm beautiful. And that's my favorite one. Okay, so no girl goes to sleep with your bra on. Not a sports bra or any other bra. You guys, as soon as you hit the door, it is freedom, period. Just like our guys do with our junk down below. It is instant freedom. If we have chonies on, they're gone. Doesn't matter if they're boxers or any kind. They're off. They're gone. Okay? That's our first thing we change when we get home. Okay? Once we get that going, then we want to relax, have a couple beers, calm down, get attuned to home life, and then just relax, have some fun, do whatever. And then, see, that's the thing. We don't sleep in them. Hell, if we're going to sleep in them. I can tell you that now. Either we have a pair of shorts and a shirt on because it's chilly, but usually it's just a pair of shorts, depending on our situation. I mean, my car situation is a little different. It's I gotta have sweats. It's cold, but it's funny all the same because it's all lies. And then like they get up and they already have. This is what's funny too, because as soon as you look at the video, this is me getting up in the morning. You already got makeup on, and it's not blemished. It's not blurred. It's definitely not on your pillowcase because you made sure that the side of your head touched the pillow where none of your makeup was. because damned if you're going to stay in that pillowcase. And then you get up, your hair's perfect. Oh, this is how I get up every morning. Look at the sunshine. And then, they'll go to B-roll where it's a beautiful shot off the deck, where it's just not in their bedroom window. And if it is, they got it earlier, the B shots. But that's what cracks me up, And even the guys, will get up. Oh, get up in the morning. God, it's 5 a.m. I'm ready to go. Couple up. And now I'm about my business making breakfast. It's like, no, bro. You went in and took a 5-minute pee. Okay. Because that's what we do. And a little something else for air. Toot, toot. And then you brushed your teeth, threw some water on your face, try to wake up a little bit more. Maybe looked out the window for a moment. Kind of doing this shit. Waking up. Oh, getting the eye crusties out of there. Then you went into the kitchen. And you did go make a smoothie because you don't eat first thing in the morning. What do you usually do? You usually get coffee. Coffee or water if you haven't already got the water. That's what makes it even more funny. It's all so much fakeness out there. All of you are fake. And it's like, look at these guys on Instagram. They got the same thing I got. Look, there's a Ferrari behind me. Hey, we're riding low. We're riding high, it's like we're doing country time, we're doing banger stuff. It's all fake, man. They had those, what was it? There was like 3 or 4 guys, something like that. I think it was 4. They each popped $500, got a Ferrari driven to a racetrack, delivered to the racetrack. They have these shows, you could do them on Groupon. And you can go out but you could drive the exotic cars on a racetrack. So you get the experience. I drove a Maserati, or I drove, Spider, GT10, 350, whatever Ferrari, whatever may be your case. And Lambo. And then they're taking pictures. Oh, man, it was a good day on the track. Got the helmet up here. Hey, I won. Got a fake trophy. My car came in first place. Some bullshit stories. And it's all fake. It's all fake. And that's why I love people who go out and catch you guys. I truly do love you. I respect you. You're doing a good duty job there. We all appreciate what you're doing out there. Keep up the good work. It's like, and then a lot of them, like the donation people, here we are coming in and then delivering, 10 full turkey box dinners for Thanksgiving. And, they got all these people. And then the person in the store is filming them because he knows who they are. And he's filming them with all their crew around, filming with the cameras and shit as they're all walking in. And they only got like a few bags. And it's like, it's hilarious. Yeah, we donated 20. And the guy who caught him, he goes, yeah, it was 7. Okay, it wasn't 20. It was 7 food boxes. That cost you maybe $200. And I was like, ooh. And if you donated it and you have that LLC, you could write that off. I was like, that's crazy. A last season moment right off. But that's what makes it all fun. When I get caught. And it was like, what was that one guy? There's one guy, he actually does help homeless. And he films it just to see what the restaurant people will do, if they'll like match it or half it. And if they do, he gives them kudos. And if they don't, he kind of just blocks all their shit, which is good for him. But he does. He goes out and he gives it to the homeless people, and he knows a lot of them by now. Hey, bro, pizza. It's just pepperoni, man. Don't like it, take pepperoni, I've got cheese. Or, hamburgers, stuff like that. He'll go in and he'll get some little snacky snack for himself. And hey, these are good wings. How much were these? Oh, they were $12. Can I get 25 orders of these to go? Different flavors, mix them up, whatever. And then they'll be like, oh, okay. And then, of course, it's always as when he gets registered to pay. That's a lot of wings, or that's a lot of burgers. What are you going to do with it? I'm going to give them to the poor. I'm going to give them to the homeless outside. And then they're like, what? I'll be right back. And then they'll go talk to the manager or the owner, and they'll come back. Nah, man, it's either on the house, or I'll tell you what, I'm going to halfers with you on it. And that's cool. I think halfers is very reasonable. And I've seen some of the people that, can I go with you? Give it out too. And they're like, yeah, shit, come on. The guy's really good about it. But then there was one where they go out and they give somebody I'm almost sure it was some Arabian type, Muslim type people. I don't know what their ethnicity was, but they were of that genre, if you will. And they go out and they give somebody $100, and then they say, "I tell you what, if you're willing to give me the $100 back, go for what's in my other hand. That's up to you." And some would, and then he'd give him $1,000. But then they said they take after the video shut off, he took it back and gave him the $100 just to shut up. I'm like, oh, dude, come on. Don't. I mean, that's why they say if you're gonna do something nice, don't tape it. Don't put it out there. I mean, I think I would is I would dare as a challenge to anyone. What do I have? What we got coming up? Not 4th of July. Definitely not Valentine's. Jesus Christ, that's coming fast. I'm guessing we're going to be back over there in Thanksgiving again. So I'm going to challenge people on coming up on October, right as Halloween hits, to do the 5-box challenge. 5 turkey box challenge. Okay, by then I should have my shit going. I should have some cash. If not, I will figure it out and I will get that donated. But I will film it, and I challenge anybody to come with me and film it because I am going to do it. And I like it, and it's not because I want to show off or to write off or any of that shit. It's because it makes me feel good inside as a person, knowing that when I sit down, hopefully this year, I haven't for the last couple of years, for a Thanksgiving dinner, that I'm feeding basically, just call 4 other people times 5. I'm feeding 20 other people a nice Thanksgiving dinner. That makes me feel good. Like when I did my kids, okay, it's like I showed them. We went and we donated, I think it was 6 or 7. It was quite a bit. They were just youngins. They were only like 7, 8, 9 or something like that. And I went and we bought all our food for Thanksgiving, so we had all these points. So I took all the points and I got all the free turkeys and all this stuff. And we had some extra food stamps, so we went and got all the went to the dollar store. We didn't write any of this off, but it's funny because sorry, something popped up. We donated it. The kids like, there's so much food. I said, you're gonna feed a lot of people. And then Katie, my ex-wife, she asked them how they felt after the fact. They're like, oh, I feel pretty good. I said, you just wait. When? I said, just wait. I'll tell you when. And they'd ask like a week later or 2 weeks. And it was only I think it was 10 days out. And then Thanksgiving. We had at the time my posse, if you want that posse, my posse at that time, my pal group. At that time, they all came over because we always had our own private one because the parents were separate. And they did their thing, and then we just did ours. So we wound up being, family within a big family group. And that was nice about the Walmart thing because that did work out for that reason. And I sat the kids down. And I said, you know who else is eating right now with us? So like, who? I said, remember those food boxes we donated? Each one feeds 4 to 6 people. So just call it 4. I said, all those boxes, each box is feeding 4 people. They're all eating it with us. And they were just like, they're like, wow. I said, now, how do you feel? And, Mom was such a good lesson. She's putting stuff in her mouth. Such a good lesson here. And it was, and it was like, it was fun to show them a little something happen. And to show them how doing good feels good without getting rewarded for it or showing anything. And I said, how do you feel, after dinner? I said, how do you feel knowing that not only is your belly full, but 4, 5 or 7, I can't remember, I'm sorry, but maybe it was 6. But this is called 5. The other 5 families, the other 20 people are full too. And you got to feed them. You put food on their table so they could have some kind of Thanksgiving dinner. At the time, we never asked for one before. And later on we did. We had some hard times. And they wound up giving us, oh my God. It was like a 25-pound turkey. I couldn't get how am I supposed to cook a 25-pound turkey? You know how big the ovens are these days? It's like, they're not very big. And it was fun, but, and I said, how does that make you feel? Oh, it makes me feel good. I feel warm inside. It's all a good thing. And I told him, I said, that's the reward in itself. You don't need other people to tell you what you did was good. You know it was good. I said, I know watching football for the rest of the evening and snacking on shit I shouldn't be eating because I'm fat. And, no, it's bad for me anyway. But I said, I know that I feel good inside the whole rest of the night. I'll feel good for the rest of the week. Hey, some of those people might not even eat Thanksgiving. They might have it on Christmas. You know, they were like, oh. I said, so he goes even farther. I said, some people, there's only 2 of them, so they'll cook it, freeze half, and have the other half on Christmas so they have another meal. I said, or they'll just go get another ham or whatever, you know. And I said, we could do this at Thanksgiving. We could do this at Christmas, however you guys want to do it every year, you know. And it's just, I think I'm going to do that challenge this year and see how many yahoos can actually post videos or clips underneath mine without returning the bullshit, actually going and doing it for real. So I just want you to know that I'm going to do that. Hopefully I'll have a friend, and they'll be able to film me going, hey, I want you all to see I'm donating, whatever amount of food boxes to the pantry, our local pantry, and I challenge all of you to do the same. Rich, poor, I don't care. Especially if you're rich, you should double that. I don't care. If you have $1 million liquid, you should be tripling that, maybe quadrupling that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's crazy. You have that much money, take the write-off and donate that shit. Help some families out. There's always families in need, but it's the people. Like I was saying, that guy, he gave him $1,000 and they took it back. What kind of bullshit is that? I don't know. It's wrong in of itself, but at the same time, it is what it is. So, it's fake people and it annoys the shit out of me. So, you guys like, subscribe, put your comments down below. Are you fake? Are you one of those fakes? Or are you one of those, I'm woke. Oh, I'm so smart. No, you're not. You're dumb shit. Okay? It's plain and simple. And I can tell you, out of all the generations, all of them, in the history of life, and after you so far are the dumbest one yet. I'm sorry. You are. The shit you guys do. And I'm not saying every single one of you is an idiot. The bulk is. The bulk. Because you guys, look at you out there. There's thousands of you out there doing all this bullshit. And you're woke. Try getting awake. When you're awake, give us a call. And I guarantee you, listen to the people who change their mind. Don't threaten them. That's baby stuff. That's just all temper tantrum shit. Stop it. Grow up. Go get a job. Go help your country. If you don't like what's going on in the country, go change it. Not by violence, by voting, using your taxes for what you need them for, and putting your taxes towards what they need to go, telling your rep where you want it to go, and doing it that way, doing it the right way, like we do. Okay? We don't sit there and destroy our own cities. That's just stupid. That just says so much stupid shit on yourself alone. That's crazy. It's crazy in itself. But you guys tell me what you think. Like, comment below. If you'd like to donate to the pantry, we'd appreciate it. We are out of coffee now, so I'll be jonesing in the next couple of days. Food I'm good on, but I could use a coffee. So you guys have a good afternoon. Like, subscribe, hit that bell. Bing! And we'll talk to you next time.